The Ravens had just 1 yard to go to score the first touchdown of the game against the Rams, and they had 3 tries to do it. They ran 2 tush pushes by Mark Andrews. Both failed. Then they handed it to Derrick Henry. He did not get it in, turn it over on downs. Instead of going into halftime up 10-3 against the Rams, they were tied 3-3, and they didn't score again. Despite failing on several plays that John Harbaugh said should have gone in, wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins said they still had good energy, felt like they could win this game at halftime, not necessarily because of what the offense was doing, but because of what the defense did. The defense has been the most criticized unit of the year. People are calling for the coordinator's head, and yet they came out and looked great. They saw the return of their Pro Bowlers, but they were still missing Pro Bowl linebacker Roquan Smith. They're still down Nnamdi Madubuike, who's out for the season, and yet they held this Rams team to under 4 yards a carry. They had a few blown coverages, but a lot of their mistakes, or a lot of the scores they gave up, honestly came because the offense put them in a really bad position, or penalties gave them chances in the red zone. Now, the red zone on the offensive side is where we're seeing a lot of problems. They have not been able to score. They were 0 for 3 this game, and now they're 8 for 18 for the season. That is not a good conversion percentage. And DeAndre Hopkins said he doesn't even think it's play calling. He doesn't think it's skill. He doesn't even think it's Lamar Jackson not being here. What he said is they're failing to convert in critical moments. Now, that's something we've heard in one way or another since, honestly, I've got here 2 years ago. We know Zay Flowers fumbled the ball into the end zone, AFC Championship, among many other instances. Mark Andrews dropping that pass against the Bills, among many other mistakes. And now this year we're seeing it not just in critical moments, but throughout the game. Zay Flowers had 1 credited fumble, but he was also involved in another. Isaiah Likely dropped a pass, credit as a fumble and a recovery, but instead of gaining 3 yards, he lost yardage. And we just saw big players making mistakes that when Lamar comes back in, he's not going to be able to erase. So the good thing is they have a bye to figure these things out, and they expect Lamar Jackson and Roquan Smith back. But the problem is, this is on some of the guys who've been healthy through this season to figure out, because again, Lamar Jackson in all his previous MVP glory cannot fix these things for them.